Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the farm. We're headed in the general direction of starting silage, but first thing today I got to do here is fix this fence. Now there's been some what I like to call aggressive foraging going on with the cows. We actually ran into silage in the towers about a week ago, I guess. We're feeding them hay in the barn, and of course they're out on grass anyway, so it's not a big deal. It's kind of common this time of year. We'll run out and they'll have to eat hay or whatever. So I guess they aren't real satisfied with that, and they've been pushing the boundaries of their fences. They've been breaking out up in the daytime pasture, so we've kind of had to deal with that a couple times. And this here is actually the night pasture, and they're starting to push on this pretty hard too. So this is a wooden fence. I got two poles here that I got to fix, and then further down when we get there later, there's some electric fence posts that are broke off that we got to fix. So that's the first job of the day. We're going to deal with that, I guess. Alright, so some of you turned the heat up here since the last shot. I had to take my sweater off, but I put those two poles up and I pulled the wire. I don't know if you can see the wire or not. There's a wire right on top. And I pulled that down until we got to the electric, well, it was all electric fence, I guess, but the small posts like are in the back here of the rhino. So we gotta go down to that section now and replace a few of those posts because they broke off. Alright, so we're down here at the small post section without the poles, and some of them look alright, like this one here, but yeah, it's broke off right at the ground, as you can tell. Broke. So I guess we're gonna replace the posts first thing and then deal with the wire after that. Alright, I got all the replacement posts in. I put an extra one down there just to close up the gap a little bit more. So now I just gotta tighten up the wire, hang it back on the new posts, and this job will be done. Hopefully no more aggressive foraging. Hopefully the cows won't push on it too much. I think we're gonna give them some fresh grass in the barn tonight anyway, so that'll take some of the pressure off the pasture. Well, actually go up to the top end of this fence here. I just wanted to check out this other pole that was broke. I don't really have anything to fix it. I was hoping it was just knocked off, but it's actually broke. So anyway, we mowed this. I mowed this yesterday evening. There's about 8.5 acres down, so that'll be the first piece that we chop silage on. There's the cows. Maybe you can see one somewhere over there. No, can't. There we go. There's more up there. Anyway, so they're in the day pasture. They were getting out into this piece too here before we mowed it, pushing the boundaries of their fence. But anyway, we'll move on to the next task, whatever that's going to be. Alright, so our next job, we're going to take the 135 and go put the rake on it. Yes, we're still using the 135 and the little coon rake. It's what we got. Never upgraded anything yet, so another year running her. But anyway, that's the way it is. So we're going to do that now, and then we're going to switch blower tractors up. You'll see that in a minute. So obviously I just took the 1105 off the silage blower. Now it was on there, but we didn't blow any silage with it yet. Dad got thinking about it and he decided that the best thing to do would be, it's pretty dark in here, let's try to fix that, there we go. Dad decided the best thing to do would be to not run the 1105 on the blower this year, just because you know, the old girl isn't that efficient. She burns a lot of fuel. It's just an old tractor, you know, it leaks fuel for one thing. Besides burning it, it leaks it. You know, it's smoky, it's noisy, whatever. It's a good old tractor, but we're gonna replace it this year on the blower with the 4253, which is hiding back here in the building. I planted corn with it in the last video, and the corn planter is still here on it, and it's even darker back here. So the corn planter is still on it. I gotta take the corn planter off. I guess I'll probably just take it off right where it's at. And yeah, we're gonna put the 4253 on the silage blower. Now, on paper, the 1105 should have 100 PTO horsepower, and this tractor has 85. So it's a little bit of a reduction in power. However, I really don't think the 1105 is putting out 100 horsepower anymore. I think she might be closer to 80. When I ran it on the manure spreader, it really didn't feel like it had that much power, especially compared to the white, which I usually run on the spreader, which is only 95 or 100 horsepower itself. It seemed like it had quite a bit less than that. So I'm thinking the 1105 probably isn't far off 85 horsepower anyway. And you know, the old rule of thumb with silos was 1 PTO horsepower per foot of silo for blowing. And you know, we only got a 60-foot silo, so it shouldn't have any trouble blowing up. Well, it's never had any trouble before because we ran it as a backup. So anyway, I'm just kind of trying to justify it, I guess. But anyway, this is a newer tractor. It's a 1998. It's got a 4-cylinder turbocharged engine, and it should be significantly more fuel efficient than the 1105, especially, you know, with the price of fuel today. So that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna take that planter off right now, and we'll put that on the blower. Alright, so there's a little bit of the harness left on this tractor from the spray part of the planter, so I'm just going to run down to the shop here and get a pair of snips and snip the zip ties off of it so I can get that the rest of the way off. Because otherwise, we'll forget about it. Well, that's it then. That's the 4253 on the blower, ready for silage. Put the 1105 away. If it's there if we need it, I guess. I doubt we'll need it. 4253 is a pretty reliable tractor itself. So, on to the next thing. So I brought the 135 and the rake down here. I'm airing up the tire on it that's low and trying to grease it. So it'll be ready. Dad power washed it off there when he was doing the silage cart earlier. So what we just chopped was just a little bit of silage, or it's not really even silage, I guess. It's more like green chop to feed the cows in the barn, just so they aren't so hungry pushing on our fences. Well, it's about 5:30 in the morning the next day. I just thought I'd come up here and check our fencing job out. And it looks pretty good. I don't think they've been down here again pushing on it. All the cows were in this morning. A little bit of rain through the night. And they had some fresh grass to eat in the barn, so they I guess weren't out here too much. So yeah, it looks pretty good. They weren't pushing on it or anything. You see some of the dry cows there behind me. There's 4 of them there. There was 5, but one of them didn't like being outside, so he jumped over the fence and ran back in the barn. So there's only 4 there now. So yeah, that's the fence checkup, I guess.